Ready?
Hello.
How do you do?
Today is February 20th,
That's right.
2017, President's Day.
President's Day.
I thought it'd be a good time to ask you about your business dealings and your company, your work. And can you tell me, when you came back from California that first time, what was the state of your father's business? Who was in charge? Who was
My
working?
dad was in, well, uh, my brother Harry was working for my dad for a while, and he found some stuff, some land and stuff that he could build on, and he went out on his own about a few weeks after I got home. So he went on his own, and Harry was a good businessman, real shrewd.
You think part of the reason he left was because you came home and he felt free to leave?
Yeah,
Okay, so maybe he had wanted to
he
leave.
sort of dumped my dad onto me, so to speak.
Hmm. But you were willing.
Huh?
You were willing. You were willing.
Yeah,
So,
I wasn't doing well in California. I had a job that didn't pay very much money, and I wasn't going anywhere. And
what was that job when you left?
I worked for a plumbing outfit selling. Uh, I sat at a desk, and people came in to buy stuff, and I would go in the back of this big operation and get stuff for them. And I felt like I really wasn't accomplishing anything. I had I was getting an engineering degree, and I didn't get a good job, and so I wrote back, and I stayed in California. I don't know how long, uh, several years, I think.
Was mom in favor of coming back, or was she had mixed feelings?
I don't think she did. No, she was willing to come, I think.
Okay.
Um, I worked. I worked while I went to school a little bit, but I didn't get a real good job right away, and didn't make very much money. And then Mom got a job working she left nursing, but she got a job working for a dentist. And then after that, she got a job working for three high-level doctors.
Dermatologist?
Yeah, I think they were dermatologists, yeah. I don't remember their name anymore. My
So,
memory is not good.
so what kind of work was Grandpa doing when you got back?
Well, he was building some houses, some here on the north side.
One at a time, or
One at a time, usually, yeah.
on speculation, or he would build them for somebody?
Both. Some was speculation, he would build them for somebody. On the north, mostly on the north side, over on Catalina, in that area over there. There was one on this street, up the street, several blocks towards
Towards Gypsy?
towards Gypsy Lane. Yeah.
And what would you do? Would you do carpentry work, or were you?
I did labor work. I did anything. I bid jobs. Some big houses that had to be built,
Mm-hmm.
and I got some.
Did Grandpa help you with that, or were you already?
Yeah, I would stay at home and work sometimes. I
Uh-huh.
worked hard.
Uh-huh.
And when I worked on the job, I worked hard. I really pushed myself.
Uh-huh. Did Grandpa teach you a lot about bidding and things like that, or you knew already, or?
A little bit. I did it pretty much on my own.
Mm-hmm. You felt pretty confident, and how did you learn to do that?
I just did it. I was a college graduate, and I knew what had to be done. I would ask my father.
Uh-huh.
I would stay home and do all the work. And
Like you knew the.
I remember I got one job over on Fifth Avenue, the
Mm-hmm.
big house.
Mm-hmm.
That was the biggest one I did, and I got it.
Mm-hmm. How did you get that?
Huh?
How did you get that?
I bid. There were bids.
The open bidding? You saw it in the newspaper or?
No, I knew that someone was going to be building. I don't know how I found that out, but I knew about it.
Okay.
And I asked if I could bid, and I bid it, and they gave me the job, and we did it, and
Mm-hmm.
it worked okay.
Okay. Was there a learning curve or you just kind of
It was a learning curve for sure. I gradually learned more and more and more
Uh-huh.
of what had to be done. You had to learn a little bit about the other trades
Mm-hmm.
and how to bid.
Mm-hmm.
And gradually we got more work. I did some work over on the south side. We built like 3 or 4 homes there. And then I went downtown and I bought some land that was going on sheriff sale. I bid on it, and I think there were like a total of 20 houses, room for 18 or 20 houses.
So a tract of land.
We built a small tract, yeah.
Undeveloped.
The streets were already in.
Okay, but undeveloped. There were trees.
Undeveloped, and we put the roads in, and we put the utilities in.
Oh, you did put the roads in, or you didn't?
I hired people to do it.
So there were no roads when you got there?
No, it was just empty land.
Okay, so was that the first time that Grandpa had ever done something like that?
Yeah.
So that was your innovation
Oh, yeah.
to make a
Yeah.
track. Was that something you had discussed a lot with Grandpa? Was he
Not a whole lot. I did it more on my own, really.
okay? Was he in favor of it, or
Sure.
yeah? But he wouldn't have done that on his own. That wasn't how he worked.
I don't think he could have done that on his own.
Okay, so that was the new blood, the new college-educated boy coming home and spreading his wings, so to speak.
Yeah. God, I haven't thought about that for ages.
Mm-hmm.
And then we built those houses, and
That was where was that again?
on the south side of Youngstown.
Okay,
Small houses. They were tiny.
yeah.
They were like less than 1,000 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
Like 3.
So, you said you built this tract on the south side.
Yeah, but at the same time, we came back to Youngstown, and we had a baby with us. That would be Steve, and Mom was pregnant, and
We were talking about the tract, your work
no, I'm talking now. We moved in with my mother and dad
on Florida.
on Florida Avenue, and Mom had the baby, and I worked real hard. I built the house on North Lawn. That's where we moved.
Uh-huh.
And we moved out of there. And then shortly after that, I bought a couple of lots on, I can't remember the name of the street, right around the corner from us.
On Wildwood?
Huh?
Wildwood?
Wildwood. And I built a house for my parents. And I also had the lot next door, and I built a house there for Art Cohn. And then I built 40 homes down in Youngstown.
In Youngstown where?
Huh?
Where?
I can't remember the name of it. It was right off of, the next street over was Dewey. It was on the south side, and I'm pretty sure I built 40 houses there.
Was that a tract?
Huh?
A tract of land that you bought and
It was
developed?
just empty, and I built small houses there.
Uh-huh.
I didn't use an architect hardly at all, and I arranged to get financing from military, veterans could get in and get special financing. God, it's been ages since I built that. And then
And during this time, was Grandpa still working with you?
yeah.
Was he working as a carpenter
I
mostly?
was a carpenter and running the jobs,
Uh-huh.
but I pretty much took over everything.
Mm-hmm. Was he a good carpenter?
My dad was
Yeah.
top drawer,
Uh-huh.
absolutely top drawer. I was not. I
Uh-huh.
was never good.
So he would do one job and you would be doing the other one? One house while you'd do another one? Or?
No, I would be running all the houses and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I made all the decisions. I'd run them by my dad,
Yeah.
but I could tell that he was shifting responsibility over to me.
Mm-hmm. And
That was over his head, a lot of it that we were doing.
uh-huh. So he was okay.
All the stuff, we had to get proper financing for FHA and VA and stuff like that.
That was something he wasn't familiar with.
And then I went into business with a friend who was connected with a big a company that made prefabbed houses, and I went out there and I went into partnership with those two guys who were relatives of the guys who had the big company building prefabbed houses.
Uh-huh.
So I bought some land out in Poland, and we built some crappy houses.
Prefab.
Prefab, yeah.
Like you put them up really fast?
Yeah, and
Just make a foundation and then slap the house up?
yeah.
Who were those guys? Do you remember their names?
Harry Kamens and Alvin Feinsilver.
Uh-huh.
And they were relatives of the companies, the big company that had that. And we all got paid a small, and they were on a real thin budget. I didn't let them have very much money. So the first opportunity they had, after we finished the houses, the 100 houses, we all had some extra money, so they went into business and built some houses far away, and they dumped me. But I didn't need them anymore. While I was doing that project in Youngstown, where there were 40 some odd houses.
So you didn't really enjoy being partners with these guys?
I did, yeah. We played cards when we had open time with one of them. One of them just got married. And the other one was one of my best friends for years, but as soon as they got the opening, they dumped me and went on their own.
So they stayed together?
The two guys stayed together and worked for their relatives.
Oh, okay.
You
They were, okay.
and dumped me. I sort of learned that's the way people do sometimes.
So that was, you felt a little put out.
Yeah, but I realized I was always squeezing them. I didn't give them hardly enough money to make a living.
So why, you mean you were in charge during that time?
I was pretty much in charge because when we opened up that organization, there were 4 partners, me and my dad and these 2 guys. So I was pretty much in.
You had 2 shares because your dad would do.
Well, I don't know. It wasn't shares. It was my dad never saw the job at all.
He didn't work on the prefab?
No.
He didn't like that?
No, not at all. But he owned half of the business.
Right.
Owned a fourth of the business.
Right. Well, was that a big money maker for you, those prefabs?
No, but enough to get me out. The next thing I was able to do was to build a place where they had 100 homes out in Boardman.
Sounds like you were already a pretty big operator. You were doing a couple tracks. I don't understand why you needed the prefab business.
Oh, it's easy.
Yeah.
So you put a house up in a couple days.
Okay. So there's a chance for a lot of money quickly.
Yeah, but we were never big. We had maybe 6 guys working for us.
Uh-huh. So your dad, when he was working for you, he was basically being one of your carpenters.
Well, he would run the,
and run the job
yeah.
like a foreman, more like a
But
foreman.
I come up with new ways to do things on my own.
Uh-huh.
But I was never that smart, really. I
Okay.
don't think.
So at some point your dad started to, not work as much. Well, he got sick.
Well, he got sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then he couldn't work
He had
anymore.
cancer, huh?
Yeah.
Little by little, but I think my dad and I drew the same amount of money, and that continued. Even though my dad got sick then and couldn't go to work, and my dad passed away, and my mom kept getting the same amount of money all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and and I really took good care of my mother and dad. I think
Mm-hmm.
my brothers, nobody else did it, but my dad got the same amount of money that I did,
Mm-hmm.
and he'd never had any money before, But little by little, he had money, and then when my dad passed away, the first thing I did, I immediately went to the bank and pulled all this money out, so it wouldn't be tied up. I wouldn't be able to get in and take it. So we did that. So my mother had enough money to live on, and she had. We built them a home. They didn't owe any money on it. Yeah, I took good care of my mother and dad.
Uh-huh. Good. And so after Grandpa passed away, you continued the same kind of business plan, buying tracts of land?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And that was pretty much your basic model until something shifted, the market started...
That's what we did, and then I started bidding other jobs. I did work down at City Hall and did work for the county.
More
I
commercial.
did work at the air base. I just took, jobs come out for bid. I would bid on them and try to get them.
Mm-hmm.
And we got, some work doing that stuff. And I started doing that instead of building houses.
Why did you make that shift?
I found it easier.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have the risk. You do a job and you make a profit, or you get a little bit of labor time where you make some money on it. And
Was there more potential for a profit from these commercial jobs?
no,
Like you could make there more wiggle room on the bid?
no.
No?
There's more money in building the houses.
Oh, there is? Okay. What was during this time, what was the part of the work did you enjoy the work, or was it always difficult, or what was the best part
I
of it?
worked hard. I did the paperwork that had to be done, bid the jobs and all that stuff. Whenever I have time, I'd go into the job and work.
Work physically, and
Work physically, yeah,
whatever needed to be done.
yeah. But I didn't do as much work physically because I didn't have time.
Yeah. But did you feel like it was something you enjoyed, or was there always a lot of pressure and, you dreaded going
There was a lot
to...
of pressure.
Yeah.
And it was hard, and I wasn't the smartest kid on the street. That's,
Uh-huh. But you were successful. You made money. You
we
built.
made a living, yeah.
And how did you happen to make this house on Goleta?
Well,
This is one of your bigger houses.
Mom wanted to run for political office,
Uh-huh.
so we had to move into Youngstown. So we did. I built this house.
Did you build this house for yourself or for someone else?
Sort of. I built it, and I sort of tried to sell it, but I had the idea if I didn't sell it, we'd move in, and that would settle what we were doing. So Steve was about 13 years old then, and we moved in.
Uh-huh.
And it's been good.
Was this one of the larger, nicer houses that you built?
Well, I built other nice houses too, but this was a nice house.
Anything bigger than this? As big as this?
Yeah.
You
some.
did? Okay. Okay.
Contract, not for speculation.
On contract, on
The stuff I did for speculation, well, over Austintown or in Boardman. Those jobs are.
The tract houses.
Yeah, but they were nice houses.
Yeah, like the one Rosie lived in.
Yeah, those were nice.
Okay. So
Once you don't step on that.
what was the best part of your job and work? What did you enjoy the most, or?
I don't know. I worked hard.
Did you enjoy making bids, or?
I don't think there was an enjoyment thing about it.
Just work.
Something you had to do.
Right, hard work and.
You work. Yeah. I did a lot of stuff. I did the work I did, commercial work. That was almost all bid.
Mm-hmm.
I bid them, and I quit doing the houses because when you do a house, you're on a big risk with lots of land. And then I bought the place out on way out on Mahoney Avenue. What was the name of that? Where I had our office.
Right.
That was the speculation thing. And I had the office there, but I sold it and made a lot of money on it.
On the land.
On the one lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's a good location.
It turned out it was a good location, but I was never smart on that stuff. I could have got a lot more than I did on that.
Well, you had bad luck living in Youngstown, where housing.
Well, that was out in Austintown, though.
But I mean, the whole area. Didn't you have some land up on Belmont Avenue that you finally just gave away or something? Some big tract of land up somewhere, and you gave it away to the county?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think I did. No.
Okay. So you did that for many years, and then there came a point where you were eligible to retire.
I was about 64, 65, 63, somewhere in there.
And you decided that you could retire.
And then I started doing a lot of volunteer work.
Okay, we'll get into that later. But was that a hard decision to retire?
No. Apparently I had enough money, because I started getting Social Security.
Mm-hmm.
And
you had worked hard and saved up and had money in the bank.
Yeah, I don't even remember whether I had, I don't remember. I had some land. I bought that land out in Austintown, and I built some nice houses there.
Mm-hmm.
But then to add to things, that's when I started doing the federal work, and
like the air base and
the air base and the city of Youngstown. I built a swimming pool somewhere, stuff like that. Now I kept pushing, and I sort of quit doing the development work.
the tracks.
Yeah. I probably should have had a partner long about there, but I didn't.
Someone to give you new energy.
Yeah.
Like you did for your dad. But neither of your kids wanted to, none of your kids
my
wanted.
My dad could not have done what I did.
Right.
I just, the building part, but all the rest of the stuff too.
Yeah.
And I wasn't that sharp either, so I could have done better.
How do you feel now when you see a house that you built, or like a building that you built?
I don't have any feeling.
Does it make you feel proud or
No.
anything?
But I'm glad we lived here. This worked out good, I thought. Give Mom what she wanted. She ran for office, but she didn't make it. But she was involved with a lot of stuff.
So living in Youngstown was better for her as far as her career, running for office and just being closer and more involved in the city.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else you want to say about your working years?
No, I'd have to think about it more. You know, I could have done a lot better if I was a lot smarter.
But still,
I think, huh?
still you did. Not too
Like my
shabby.
brother Harry was sharper, Milt was sharper, for sure. But, you know, I'm not saying I was dumb, but I recognized that they had more ability than me.
But still, you did. You were successful.
Well, relatively successful. No, I know people that have 50 times as much money as I do. You know.
More than that.
Huh?
More than that. How about 100 times? Like LeBron James.
Yeah. Huh.
Okay. I think it's good.
He's amazing. You know, he's developed himself in areas that where he didn't have a ghost of a chance of doing anything except his own ability pulled him through.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay, I'm gonna stop this so we can continue talking.